Meanwhile, the Republican side is, I don't know, it's kind of shaping up a little bit. We've got some polling here showing Trump taking a bit more of a lead in this race.
Well, he's certainly doing much better than I think a lot of people are willing to admit. And let's go ahead and put this up there. So January 2nd, the Republican poll from Morning Consult had Trump at 45%, up by 11 points on Ron DeSantis, who had 34%, Mike Pence at 8%, Nikki Haley at 3%. February 19th, keep in mind this is after the Haley announcement, Trump is now up to 50%. He's actually gained on Ron DeSantis. Much of that is directly from DeSantis' support at 30%. Mike Pence at 6%, Nikki Haley at 6%. What can you kind of surmise from that? Haley, by simply announcing, was able to get 3% of the anti-Trump vote. But by creating the contrast without DeSantis and Mike Pence technically in the race, Trump's own support of people who are contrasting him with potential others has actually gone up to the outright 50. Now listen, a lot can change. Of course, right? And we have not yet seen any actual attack on Trump. But hey, maybe that's a problem when you're running against him. Nikki Haley continues with her idiotic, I'm not kicking sideways, I'm kicking forward. First of all, what does it mean? Second, why are we kicking? We're continuing to kick on national television.
High heels.
High heels and all that. But it's not just her. It's all of the other potential contenders. Mike Pence has not said a damn word about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis hasn't said a damn word. Tim Scott, who apparently wants to throw his hat in the ring too, well, he was on TV just last night. What did Sean Hannity ask him? He said, well, okay, what makes you different from Trump in any way? It's basically like nothing. Let's take a listen.
What are the differences in terms of policy positions that, for example, you may have with President Trump?
Probably not very many at all. I am so thankful that we have President Trump in office. Frankly, the policies that we were able to pass from 2017 to 2020 were monumental.
All right, so I happen to think that the policy things were monumental. We were better off for Trump. So if you were better off for Trump being president, then why shouldn't he be president again?
Right.
This is the problem with all of these people. They're not willing to take any real shots, even in terms of the formative message. You know, I have thought that DeSantis could make a very powerful general election argument as to why we should move away from Trump. A lot of people don't like Trump. Maybe 2/3 of the country is either ambivalent, thinks negatively of him. Half of those ambivalent people willing to hold their nose and vote for him. But they're not technically excited. It's really only the MAGA people that are. For those people, that would be a critical way. But you got to win the primary. And to win the primary, you have to care. You have to speak to the issues that they really care about. For a lot of the Republican base right now, it is very clear. It's culture war. But here's the thing on culture war. How do you outflank Donald Trump on that? He invented the modern
You're not going to own the libs
war.
Harder than Donald Trump.
He's the king of the troll king from day one and always kind of has been. And he'll also, by the way, he'll always up the ante, right? You know, everybody with Obama, they were like willing to play footsie with us. He's just like, he wasn't born here at all. You know, he's like, he knew it was BS. He just didn't care because, and I remember there's private reporting where Romney apparently was like, hey man, like maybe don't say any of this. And Trump was like, you have no idea how much it gets the crowd going. He's a performer. Like he knows exactly what he's doing. And he doesn't care about what the red lines are in political correctness. He cuts to the chase.
Yeah.
Always, every single time. So first of all, you can't do that.
Yep.
And second, you know, in terms of the Republican base right now, on economics, the Republican Party nationally has never been more out of step with them and their desire to preserve Social Security and Medicare. Sure, they might buy that Biden spending or whatever has led to inflation and generally blame him for that, but they still want their entitlements, and they're really loving the raise that they got on Social Security. So to put that contrast, I think, with the two of them, fundamentally, you know, I'm watching all these would-be Republican candidates. They're either completely behind him on the issues that matter the most, or in the case of Nikki Haley, she's trying to basically be like a liberal left Democrat on Ukraine policy, saying, no, we actually have to send even more weapons, her and people like Mike Pompeo. So he's got it dialed in, I think, to where things are right now.
I mean, listen, the two issues he's really leaning into are Ukraine and Social Security.
Right. He's smart.
It's very intelligent. Right. And on Social Security, on Ukraine, you're going to get a mix of answers. DeSantis is trying to like move into a position to at least signal like he's a Ukraine skeptic. Although, again, like the thing Trump will do is he'll just, again, come out and say it like, no tanks, and I will solve this on day one. It's so easy to do. Right. Whereas others will craft their little talking points and try to play to the base, but he just comes out and says it. And then on Social Security, every one of these people, including Nikki Haley and Mike Pence, Mike Pence wants to privatize Social Security. Okay, dude, good luck with that. Nikki Haley's already out there saying, like, oh, we got to put them on the table, and which means cuts. And then I don't know how Ron DeSantis is going to handle it, but he has a lot of comments in his past backing up Paul Ryan's Medicare cuts, saying we need to do the same thing with Social Security, saying we need to increase the eligibility age, which of course means cuts as well. So he now either has to flip-flop on those comments, which obviously Trump is not going to let him get away with, and look kind of weak, or he has to stand by them and be dramatically at odds with the rest of the Republican base. So, you know, he is doing an effective job of grabbing the attention, of shaping the battlefield as he ultimately wants it, and forcing everyone else to respond. And if you can't even find a single person in the Republican Party who's going to tell you why you should move on from Trump, what issues they're different on, I don't know what to tell you, because that's not the way politics works. If this guy was so great while he was in office, then you should just reelect him again.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
I mean, there's no, and you know, with Mike Pence, he actually does have some policy differences on Ukraine,
abortion,
and on abortion in particular, and on Social Security, as I just mentioned. Now, do I think those are winning positions for him? Not particularly, although on abortion with the Republican base, he might be able to do something there. But he doesn't even want to talk about those actual, real, measurable policy differences that he has. So it's just, honestly, it's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it will only continue to be so.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.